Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of I Live for This review. And my name is Chantel Sparkles, and this is
Trinity the Tuck.
How Are You Feeling?
Bitch, I am. First of all, I'm very grateful for this tour.
I was
But
going to say, you better
girl,
start off saying grateful, bitch, because you
I
got
am
work.
great. I am grateful, girl. The powers that be has kept me working since season 9. I cannot complain about that. Also, it's a solo tour. Not a lot of girls are doing solo tours right now, and I've got to go on this specific tour. I've got to go to 1 to 5 different countries.
Still,
And
or you're done with that?
so I'm in Madrid now. So this is my last country. Spain is my last country, and that my show's tomorrow, and then I go
Work.
home. So it's been 3 weeks. I am exhausted. I have had a lot of fun,
I'm sure
but
you had a
I'm
lot of different cultures inside of you.
you stupid. I miss my boyfriend. I miss my dogs. I have so much stuff left to do to organize because right before I went on this tour, I finally got my studio space. That's gonna be
Mm.
like where I keep all my drags, so podcasting, all that kind of stuff.
And that's not set up yet, right? It's just kind of like,
It's just a space. Now Joey did take some stuff to there, but I still have literally everything. I've got to
oh,
set it
yeah.
up, everything. So that's gonna take some more time, but at least there's there, and I can do that when I get back. I'm just excited to get back and get organized and have my house organized because it's I moved almost 2 months now, and it's like,
Still
girl,
not fully
it's
done.
still
But I
not
mean,
done.
you literally moved across the country. You have all this stuff you still have to get organized. I mean, it's literally like changing your life, you know?
Yeah.
So you got every excuse. On the other hand, bitch, I'm sweating bullets, bitch.
You told me that your air conditioning unit went out.
So I'm sitting here now, and thank God it's not like super hot right now because we just had like a storm warning last night and we had like tornadoes and hail and shit. So it's like, it's not super hot, but bitch, there's no airflow in the house. So my armpits are literally, you know me, I don't sweat either. So if I'm sweating, it's hot.
Girl, when are you getting that fixed?
Well, we were supposed to make a decision today, but the people came over and they were like, so I mean, I kind of assumed that it was gonna be like 8 to 10,000,
Oh, it is.
but
Oh,
I want to see if
okay.
we can cut the price down a little bit, just because, girl,
You ain't
literally, we
gonna
just
you ain't gonna
you
do
try to beat
that.
me to the bullet. You're like, it's not gonna happen, Sydney.
No,
It's
girl.
not.
I
It's
went
not
through
gonna
that
happen, Tiffany.
literally a year ago. Before I moved, my air conditioning went out in my house, and I had to have
Yeah.
it replaced, and it was $10,000. So
But what's crazy is like literally 2 years ago, the heating. I personally think we moved into this house and they literally took a turd, they spray painted it gold, and then rhinestoned it and was like, "Here you go." And I mean, for me, I loved it. Like I love the house. You know, when you walk into a house, you just feel like that's the one.
yeah.
But you know, things are falling apart as we speak, and now we have to replace the air conditioning unit. So
Yeah, so
here
if
we are.
anybody wants to send Chantel a couple of dollars on her Venmo or Cash App, what is your Venmo or Cash App? I don't know.
It's just glitter bomb wigs.
So Glitter Bomb Wigs, you can go support her in her efforts for a local queen to go buy a new air conditioning unit so her eyebrows don't melt off.
Literally. So that's what's going on my neck of the woods. And currently, my dogs are having a brawling match.
Oh, that's fine.
So if you hear that, that's the reason.
I don't really hear them. I mean, girl,
You
a
know the
couple of weeks
fans,
ago,
though.
a couple of weeks ago, people clocked me for my washer going on.
That I honestly, I thought it was either you or me because like I do do a lot of laundry, and our girl is like it's about to take off and enter space, bitch.
Yeah, well, we are working
I
girls.
was just gonna say, bitch, we are working girls. Like it's not
Yeah,
like we live in California with lots of money.
yeah. So I'm
Wink,
still
wink.
on traveling. So this is my setup. I brought hold on. Oh my God. I tried to do the setup, but one, you can see the door, and two, I don't know if y'all can hear this, but it's very echoey when I close the door. I
It's not
probably
terrible though, to be honest.
I probably could have made it work, but they already saw.
Yeah,
You
who
already
cares?
saw behind
You
the
get an A
curtains,
for effort.
sweetie. Yeah. But
Let's talk about this episode, though. I'm
let's get
excited.
it before we do that.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah, yeah, yeah.
forget the giveaway. We have a giveaway. We're going to do a different giveaway every single season that we review. For now, all we plan on doing is the regular US seasons and the regular US All-Stars. So,
Correct.
the giveaways that we're going to be doing will be different every season. Last season, for our season 17 that we reviewed, we gave away literally merch from every single girl, plus our merch, plus the glitter bomb wigs. I mean, it was $1,000 package. This time and that all went to one person. This time we're giving away $500 US cash. Anybody in the world can enter this, and that goes to one person. One person will win a glitter bomb wigs, and two people will win uh, I live for this merch. So we're trying to spread out the love here. We learned from the last one. Don't give everything to one
One
person.
person.
Also, if you're already subscribed to the channel, you don't have to resubscribe. You're already entered. You just have to like and comment on all of the reviews. If you're not subscribed, you have to subscribe, like, and comment on all the reviews in order to enter to win. It's free. Anybody can do it. Just make sure you do. We have moderators that help us track all of this.
It's very
So,
professional. They
yeah.
do some
So
the gridding and graphing and mathematicking, honey.
yes, and it's all at random, so make sure that you enter because anybody can win. So yes, let's. Oh, and
And I was
Patreon.
gonna say, I wanted to talk about the Patreon too, because we have
Yes,
lots of great things coming in with the Patreon. We're gonna be covering next week, since we're starting the next bracket of queens. We will be covering the looks, which that will be going over to Patreon. And then what was the other thing that you said?
the entrance looks. So that'll
Yeah.
that'll go to Patreon. If there's anything in Untucked ever, Untucked will be covered in Patreon. Usually, though,
Also fan
lately
questions.
it's not. Yeah, any fan questions, we'll start doing fan questions. That'll be on Patreon. And Chantel has
And yeah, I also had another idea. I know that a lot of the people that follow me are into video games, and I'm always talking about it on my stories. I get a lot of responses about it, and a lot of people are always asking me to like talk about like Marvel Rivals. There's a new video game out that I'm so obsessed with right now. It's called Claire Expedition 33. The story is phenomenal. It's a French game. It's
we
just
we
really what?
we.
Oui. Yes. But yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot of cool things. So if you're interested in, getting some more in-depth info on us and just having a kiki, come on over to our Patreon. The Patreon is patreon.com/Trinity the Tuck. And how much do they pay per month just to get the content?
It's only $5, and you get exclusive content. You also can view stuff way back in the day. I haven't taken anything down since like for years that I've uploaded it. I haven't been that consistent, but now we're going to be really consistent with that.
And the
Um,
link
uh,
will also be provided on this video. I know had a couple people had said that we need to
yeah,
start doing that, so we will have the link attached so you can find it very easily.
yeah,
And yeah,
it'll be pinned in the comments. And so also tell us in the comments like topics that you want to see on Patreon. If there's topics you want us to talk about, we will definitely take those into consideration.
yes, ma'am, honey. So that concludes
Honey,
all the
honey.
tea. So let's talk about this episode. So we're on
Yes.
All Stars 10, episode 3. This is the last episode of the bracket 1 that will move or advance the two queens to the
The
next.
three queens.
Oh, 3, because there was one that like got pushed up. So yeah,
Yeah.
3 queens will be going to, I guess, the finale. Is that what it is?
It's I love you. You're so
It's like a
blonde.
pre-round, right? To the finale.
So it's the semifinals is what they
Yeah.
call it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cute. So that's what the girls will be doing, but this is the last episode of bracket 1. So let's get this party started. You want to
Okay.
cover?
Yes. So the girls are sitting around the sofa. This is like the end of the last episode, basically. After they've like, finished the episode, they walk in, they sit around the sofa, and they have to give out all of their extra points. This is super important because this is going to push some girls up,
Mhm.
um, and maybe leave some girls out. So even if you've done really well in the competition, you may be pushed out because however the points may
Girl,
fall.
this whole system, like, I love it because it's competitive and it's causing drama. But let me
Yeah.
tell you right now, if you would have thrown me in this and they would have said, you have to do this, give your point to that person, and then your person's going to give that point back to their grandma and their sister, I would have been lost.
We already know you cannot do the mathematicals, honey. The mathematicals
Because,
are
like,
not
even
fun.
when Phoenix was talking too, she was like, well, even though I don't have any points, that's going to be mathematically left for me to make it either this person going to the. I was like, whoa, that
Yes,
just.
you better be a mathematician, sweetie.
Yeah.
Honey.
I was like,
Yes.
yes, bitch, you better work, honey, because I would have totally lost that.
Uh-huh. Matheny Jenkins over there, honey.
Hmm.
So Aja in Confessions says she's giving her point to Olivia because she's part of the top priority alliance.
Hmm.
Um, on the sofa, Olivia immediately says she knows who she's giving her point to, and um, but she doesn't want to name first. And I get it because you want to kind of feel out what everybody's doing,
Hmm.
and you also, you don't want to say something and somebody not give you their point because they know you're not giving them a point.
Yeah.
So, how the points are broken down for the extra girls, Aja decides to give hers to Olivia. Phoenix gives hers to Deja. Olivia gives hers to Deja. So that's 2 for Deja right there.
Yep.
That pushes her up way. And then Deja gives hers to Olivia. So that also pushes Olivia up. So both of them, without winning any challenges, have gotten 2 points added.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so now I believe they're up to 3. So the points, and no one gives Phoenix a point.
I
Oh,
know. I was
womp,
like,
womp,
oh my God.
womp. Yeah,
And
well,
Phoenix
girl,
has been such a motherly figure. She's been very like a queen for the people. So I mean, it just goes to show that like niceness don't get you anywhere, honey.
exactly. It's like the new generation, bitch. They are shuffling the mother into the nursing home, bitch. They're
That part.
not dealing
Nurse.
with you.
Nurse.
Nurse! Nurse! So the points are right now in the competition. Bosco has 4, Irene has 4, Aja has 3, Deja has 3, Olivia has 3, and Phoenix just needs to hang it up and go home.
That part.
Um,
Sorry, girl.
no,
She is
I
not
love
rising from the ashes, sweetie.
I love Phoenix, but I mean, just mathematically speaking,
The
no,
mathematics is not mathematicing.
she could actually, if 3 of the girls gave her the point and she wins this episode, she could technically, get enough points to move on. So
Yep.
all is not lost. You
Mhm.
just you just really deep in the woods without a map, honey.
Yeah.
Um, so these girls are all mad about the extra points. No one earned. Not going. Wait. These
Oh, I'm
girls are
reading
all
that too.
mad. Yeah. all these
I was like,
girls
what?
are
What?
yeah, all these girls are mad at the extra points because no one earned not going to them, and then also mad at their alliances aren't working out. So basically, they're mad at each other for
The plan's just
um,
not working.
yeah, basically, it's just not like Aja didn't get any points this round, and she thought she was going to at least get 1.
Yeah.
So, and then
It's the
Phoenix,
drama of it
obviously,
all.
yes, the drama of it all. A new day in the workroom. All the girls gather around the table. The girls ask each other how they're doing. Cut to Aja just being direct with Olivia, wondering what happened with their alliance. Which, girl, same. I would have said the same thing. If on All Star 7, me and Monet were the only, we could not recruit anybody else. So if my one alliance had turned their back on me, I would have had questions,
Well, to
sweetie.
be honest, let's be real. Like they're playing a little too patty cake, because
I don't
like,
feel like Olivia is not.
well, no,
I
no. I
feel
mean,
like
like, I
Aja
feel like
is being very, yeah,
nice.
yes.
That's what I
And
mean.
and Deja is being very nice. Olivia is being, she's the strategist, honey. She
Yes.
is over here doing all these things and calculating, this is where it's gonna be. This is where
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to the next round, even if I have to finagle myself and throw my sister under the bus.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like she's doing all that, but it's still the way that they're doing it is very like, well, I know, but I was doing this and that. Bitch, I would have been like, why the fuck did you do that? I
Absolutely.
would have read her
Well,
for felt.
you
I
know,
don't care if you're a part of my damn drag family or what.
well, there's still points to be given away, so you can't. You gotta kind of have to balance this out, honey. You got to balance out the checkbook, sweetie,
Yes.
because something might not add up at the
And it might
end.
bounce.
Exactly. Out of the competition. So
Yes.
Olivia responds with basically saying she gave her point to Deja to even the playing field, so that way it's a greater chance that all three of their alliance makes it to the next round. And honestly, that does make sense. I understand Aja's frustration, but that really does make sense. That gives all three of them an equal chance to move on. So it's kind of shady, but also she is looking out for her whole team. It sounds like maybe that's an excuse, but
It's
it did work out
really
in that
thought
way.
out. It's very tactical. It's
Yes.
calculated, and you know me, I don't
Yes.
like a calculated girl.
Oh wow. Oh wow. So you're
Not
saying
saying that I don't like
you
her.
hate Olivia.
No, bitch. I'm just saying, like, I think it's
Mm-hmm.
just in life. There's,
Mm-hmm.
queens sometimes are very calculated with every move that they're doing, and it's almost so thought out that you're like, they thought about the next move, and then that one move that came after that next move, and you're like, okay. And that's just, I
Well,
don't
we
know.
know you're not calculated because, girl, you don't know how to use a calculator, honey.
No, it's giving snake or shark in the water, honey.
Oh, girl, snakes on this motherfucking plane. So Phoenix then chimes in and is wondering if her feelings are even valid. She is just now realizing there are so many alliances at play, and that she thinks it comes across shady. And I, we're in a game, so and I love Phoenix, but girl, like it may be shady, but it is a game, you
I
know.
mean, yeah, it playing a game is shady. Like, especially, like, think about it when you play Monopoly. Like, when people make those moves and they steal your property or about all those type of things that come into play, it's shady, but that's how you win a game. It's nothing personal.
I'm just letting y'all all know right now, honey. The days of Trinity
Playing patty cake.
trying to play the fairest game of them all, I did that 3 seasons. If I ever, and I would go back to an all winners. I would go back to a regular season. I would go back to another all stars. I would go back to Antarctica versus the world. Okay,
Yes.
and if I ever go back and
There
there's
needs to be a
strategy.
mother and daughter season. Then we can go and compete together, bitch.
Exactly.
Because then that
And
gives us a reason to go in and kind of rebrand.
if there is strategy that has to have like this with points, girl, Trinity the villain is coming out, honey. I'm changing
Mhm.
my name, Trinity the blank. It's just whatever you feel like.
Trinity the blank.
Whatever you feel like putting in there, girl. I've been called worse at this point, okay?
Right. It's
Yes.
giving that for
So,
sure.
Phoenix is feeling the pressure to win this week's challenge in order to have the chance to move on. If she doesn't, she makes it known that one of these girls will need her point to move on, and
And
that
that's
they
where I
need to
cover.
remember that. Yes.
That's where
Yeah.
I was covering in the beginning, where I was like, oh,
Yeah.
she really thought about this because I didn't even think about that.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. She knows. She knows what's happening. She knows what's up.
Mhm.
All the girls have to report to a basketball court where RuPaul is dribbling a ball and jumps for a slam dunk, which she misses, and it's hilarious. She starts screaming.
I know. She starts flailing her arms. She's like, oh my God. Ah!
It
And I was like,
reminds me
yes,
of her on TikTok. Girl, RuPaul's TikToks are unhinged,
they're
honey.
so good.
It's so funny. I
I go and
like
comment on
seeing
every
this of
single one
her.
because I feel like this is like showing that RuPaul is obviously human. She has feelings and emotions because normally on the show she's kind of just like robotic. She just
Yeah,
does
very
her,
poised. Yeah.
yeah, and it's you don't get to see that part of her.
Yeah, I really like this. It was really funny. There are 6 female athletes lined up. Well, I say females. I don't know what all of them identify as, but I'm just saying. I think they said it was
They said
females.
it's a girls' team, so we're
Yeah.
assuming that that's what
Yes.
we're going by.
So there are 6 female athletes lined up, and we find out that the Maxi Challenge is the drag makeover challenge, turning them into drag sisters. This is super important. You remember, they use different verbiage for different makeovers. This time they're saying drag sisters.
And yeah, family resemblance.
Yes, family resemblance drag sisters. In order to get paired up, each girl, drag queen, has to shoot hoops. Whoever gets the most points with a set time will get to pair up the girls for the makeover. So all the girls are doing it. Some of them are flopping, girl, like getting hardly any,
I wouldn't have got
none.
any. Would you?
They're Yeah, girl. I love.
I'm not good with balls. I like more like long sticks, like golf or something.
Oh, I'm very good with balls. I actually, I play. Surprisingly, I played basketball in middle school. I was terrible,
I
but
was gonna say,
yeah,
I don't see
I was
that.
terrible. I did not get any hole in ones. Yeah, it was bad. So it ends up that Irene wins the mini challenge, and pairs up the girls. Not only, and she does it in a like a diplomatic way. She's like, I'm not going to be shady. And truthfully, all the girls all the basketball players are all stunning. So I mean, it's like a win-win no matter what you get.
Yeah, I was gonna say all of them had amazing bone structures and
Yeah.
bodies and faces.
Yes. Not only do they have to do the makeover, but they have to perform, write lyrics, choreograph the number. So it's a whole production, honey. And they do this sometimes with the makeover, but this is like a big like group production, which they don't usually do for makeover.
Yeah, I was nervous because I was like, "Oh my god, they're throwing these girls into rapping and performing, and
Yeah,
some of them don't even look like they can count a beat."
girl, they count it all, honey. 1 2 step. While getting ready, the girls talk about how they are going to give out their points for the last episode before this bracket is eliminated. Everyone seems more on edge and guarded. I feel like everybody this episode they're feeling the pressure because
Mm,
it's the last time, it's so close, and now everyone aside from one are really close in numbers
yeah,
of points. So we're gonna see what happens, honey.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at. I just got a tattoo removed because I'm getting my tattoos removed, and I just
Uh-huh.
got laser literally like 2 weeks ago, and it's finally scabbing.
Ew.
And it's bad, girl. Like this last time, she had lit me up like the fucking 4th of July. She saw me at the
Wow.
appointment, and she was like, "Yeah, your tattoos aren't really going away, so we're gonna have to up the strength." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Girl, she had turned it up. It's like it got so bad, my whole thigh is like scabbing, like I was drugged down a road or I fell off a
Are you
motorcycle.
noticing any difference though?
Yeah, definitely. Like my tattoos are fading, especially on my chest, because like the whole point of me getting this done was because like when I do drag, I feel like my chest looks a little too masculine. The tattoos are
Mm.
just too much. And
Are you sure
putting
it's the
makeup,
chest?
well, I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, it's just then I started trying to put makeup over it and you got to color correct it, you got to put all this stuff. Now I can see a difference because when I put the makeup on it, I don't have to do any color correction and it covers it in one try.
Work. Okay.
So it's
Yes.
working, but girl, she got me and when you were talking, I feel like that movie Carrie,
Uh-huh.
where the mom she had that little thing and she would dig it in her thigh.
Oh, yes.
Girl, I was sitting here doing that cuz I was like, what is
They're
going
all
on
gonna
with
laugh
that?
at you.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden the scab just came off and I was like, ew.
You're
Sorry
not
for
supposed to pick at it.
I know, but it's
You're
it's
gonna scar
literally hanging.
yourself.
No, it's literally like it was dry skin just hanging and it just needed to go. But sorry to gross you guys out. I just all of a sudden was like, "Oh my god, what is that?"
Yeah, disgusting.
So
Sweet.
anyways, okay, let's get back to this. So, um the girls start talking about their looks. Is that what we're going to get to right now?
RuPaul walks out.
Oh, well, bitch, I want to talk about a couple things cuz I wrote some notes.
Oh, okay.
So, Aja is saying that I thought it was interesting because like Aja is a really fierce rapper. And she
Yeah.
was like, girl, I'm about to stomp these bitches. And when she started doing the rap lyrics, they were so fast. The girl was looking at her like I
Yes,
don't
bitch.
even know what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna try it. I mean,
She was shock faced. She was
yeah,
like,
she was a good sport though. I was cackling.
yes, girl.
Um, but yeah, and then Irene, what it cracked me up because when she was like, "Okay, so what kind of drag are you thinking?" And she's like, "High glam, pussy cunt." She's like, "I'm thinking a sci-fi alien," and the girl was like,
Oh, face crack girl. She thought she was gonna be gorgeous, honey. She
"Miss
thought she was gonna be
Continental, bitch."
glamour. Yes. She thought she was going to get those Olin Mills. Y'all probably don't know what that is. Glamour shots, honey, where
Yes.
just gorgeous beat for the gods 80s. No, girl. You are being sent to Mars, Tammy Brown. Okay.
Yes, bitch. That's literally what I was thinking. And it just, the way that production had edited it, where she said it, and then it went to her face, and then she was here, and I was just laughing because she's
Mm-hmm.
like, I did not sign up for this bitch. And then her
Uh-huh.
sister started throwing shade at her. And I
Yep.
was like, okay, bitch, this is cunty because the girls are starting to kind of kiki with the queens.
Yeah.
And it just
I
goes to
liked
show that,
it.
yeah, I did too. I was like, it kind of, it just goes to show that like drag really brings out like a fierceness in you that like, some people don't even realize they have.
Yep.
But,
Absolutely. Yes.
but yeah, so um, that's pretty much it. And then Rue walks out. You want to judge her look?
Yeah, let's judge her.
Okay, so RuPaul walks out and she is in this black high slit gown. She's got some wizards. She got some. I guess I would just say like small wizard sleeves because they're not like super big. But yeah, she got wizard sleeves. She's got some big hair. She's got some like little applique in her hair to tie in the gown. Um, for me, I thought this was a cute look. I didn't think it was like sickening, like fierce, but it was gorgeous. I think it was realistically the sleeves for me. I just wish the sleeves were a little bit bigger and more drag. But all in all, this was a good look. There was nothing I could clock.
Yeah.
I'm just like, for me, I think what it is too is like, and I say this every episode, I want to see Mother Rue in some different hairstyles.
Mm.
Like just different, not the same, like just
They
her.
need to hire you, sweetie. RuPaul
Girl, I want to
World of
try it.
Wonder. Hire her. But
Yes.
some tea.
Tell me.
I heard from my friend that is a hairstylist, like a wig stylist, that a couple of seasons ago they ordered a bunch of wigs for Rue
Mhm.
from this hairstylist and forbidded the hairstylist to tag RuPaul that they created the hair.
Really?
I don't know if this is true, but that's what I heard.
Why?
And I was thinking to myself, why would you not let a creator like
Especially a queer create. I mean, if they're queer, I'm not sure, but like I'm
yeah,
assuming.
yes, yeah, they're queer. And I was thinking to myself, why would you not let this creator take credit for their work? Like,
Yeah, because I mean, as a hairstylist ourselves, I mean, and it not just goes to wig styling, it goes into just everyday hairstyling. We pride ourselves on our customers being happy and sharing the work. They don't have to always tag us, but like at least just one tag saying, "Hey, I got
well,
my hair done by
it
this
wasn't
person."
even like it wasn't even they weren't going to tag them. It was they could not publicly say they made the hair.
That's what I'm saying in general, though.
Isn't that
It's
strange?
weird because that's how we thrive. That's how we get our
Now,
business.
again, allegedly, I don't know. This is just inside tea that I heard. I'm not going to say who the person is because
Mm.
I don't know. But, we are gossiping here. We are gossiping, and let me give my opinion on Mother Rue. I really like this look. I think the silhouette, the fabric choice looks really luxe, except for around the sleeves, like you said. But this three-dimensional floral leafy design is absolutely gorgeous. I love that the nude underneath blends perfectly to her skin, so it looks like she's literally naked.
Yep.
I really do like this hair. This is one of my favorite hairstyles on Rue. She wears this style a lot, and I like this color blonde on her. I prefer this color blonde than the white blonde because this warms her up. Her makeup
Yeah.
looks absolutely great. I'm gonna say good pussy.
Yeah. I was gonna say good pussy too. I didn't get to say what I judged, but for me is, and like you said this, what I just said. She always wears this hair, and that's where I'm like, okay, it's like someone eating the same meal every day, bitch. I'm tired. I need something new. You know what I
Oh,
mean? You look
yeah,
gorgeous, good pussy, but I want to see something fresh.
yeah.
Next we have Michelle Visage, and she's in this colorful, like painted suit. It looks like it's got some flowers on the bottom. Um, when I saw her at the panel, I thought she looked. Michelle always looks incredible. Like the mug is always there. The hair is
Mhm,
coiffed, is beat. Um, but she did look like she was aged a little bit,
mm,
just because of like this. I think it's the suit and like how the hair was like waved and stuff.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look bad. She looks so clean and polished. So for me, I'm gonna say good pussy, just because I think it's the suit that's like the way that it looks.
Yeah.
That's like making her look a little aged.
I agree with you 100,000%. I think she overall looks really good. I love this hair. Her mug never declines, bitch. I mean, it's in the name,
Yeah.
Visage. She's glowy, she's stunning. The suit shape I like. I just don't like this busy print.
Hmm.
But that aside, she still looks good. I'm gonna say good pussy.
Yeah. And then I want to judge this girl that Kate Beckinsale that was on here because
She shit them all, honey. She shit
bitch.
on all of them, honey.
Yes, this fucking hair looks like a wig that I would style. The bow was
Uh-huh.
cunt. I didn't even see the outfit. The outfit with the big bell bottoms, bitch. You know I love me a big old bell bottom.
This has your name written all over.
This is very Chantel coded.
You actually need to recreate this whole entire look
Yes,
exact and
it's
shoot it just like as an like a replica and
that would be
tag her.
sickening. And I like that it's like see through because you can see her
Mhm.
body. It's real sexy.
Mhm.
This great pussy, nothing to clock.
Great. Great
I like
pussy.
the arms or the hands too. You notice how the hands have like little cutouts.
Yep.
It's
Mhm.
pussy. I love it.
Yep. It's fierce. Yep.
So that concludes the judges' looks, and now let's go over to the actual runways.
Okay.
So the runways theme, as we said earlier, is family resemblance, is drag sisters. So the idea of these looks, you have to look like you're from the same family or resembled to your family. If you
Yes.
don't look the same, kick rocks, honey. You got to hit it. Okay, so let's start off with the first look, which is Irene the alien, and these are out of order compared to what the show had posted. So it's
Yep.
going to take me a second to find. Okay, so the first one is Irene the alien and Estelle the alien. So I've been trying to start my notes off a little differently, just because I know some people have been like, "Oh, you're such a bitch. You tear them down. Da, 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 da. You rip them to shreds, honey." So I'm going to start off with some positives.
Okay.
And my positives were the costumes are beautiful. Actually, no, the costumes are they to me they were incredible.
Mm.
Like out of this world, out of space, fierce. The makeup was fucking sickening.
Mhm.
Um, I can't clock anything really. I mean, the way
Okay.
that this looked, it was so fierce. She transformed this woman or this I don't know what she identifies as, but like girl, she's an alien today, and it was
Hello.
fierce. The choreography was good. This gave me family resemblance down boots.
Yeah,
So
I
I give this
agree.
a great pussy.
Okay, so when they ask for family resemblance, they basically mean they want you to look the same. They want you in the same fabrics, the same colors, same hair colors, the same look, but maybe
I don't really think
slightly
the same hair colors.
same. Well, it has to, but it has to make sense.
Yeah, it has to be like a similar silhouette, but
It
same
has
hair
to make
colors,
sense.
not too
Yeah,
much.
it has to make sense. Yes. And we'll talk about that. But like for instance, these hairstyles are very different, but they are the same color.
Yeah,
The outfits designs are different, but they you can tell like if they were in a collection on the runway for a fashion show, they are from the same collection. That is what they're looking for. They're looking for very similar looks, very similar hair, whether
yeah,
it be color or style and and they literally want you to face plant your makeup on the other person.
yeah.
So if you don't give them that, they are not going to judge you well. I don't know why we are in 10 seasons of an All Stars, 17 seasons going on to 18 seasons of a regular season
And we've
and
had seasons
most
all over the world, honey. What is going on?
and some of these girls still are not grasping the fact that they want you in almost exact stuff. Like it's not that hard. Don't the makeover challenge advice for anybody listening that is going back on the show or going to the show for the first time. The makeover challenge is not the time to do something risky because this is the one episode that they can manipulate the most in the favor of however they want.
Yep.
So be clean, be impactful, and do something that's very similar. Very, very similar. Same color scheme, similar silhouettes, all that kind of stuff. That being said, Irene absolutely nailed it. Slam dunked. It was amazing. The makeup, the hair, the outfits. It was clean, fitted perfectly. The routine, the rap, all of this was so good.
Yeah, the
Um,
drag was just it's unmatched.
Superior. And she
And
has really proven herself. This is like a comeback story like we've never seen on Drag Race ever.
I love
Like,
that because I feel like seasons ago, Drag Race used to like make a mockery out of the queens going home first, but now they've kind of like rebranded this whole like thing to help those queens because like for me, it's like people work their whole careers to get on TV, and then when they change the story around, their career is like is done. You know what I mean? They don't
yeah,
ever get booked. But I
yeah,
really appreciate the fact that they're switching the storyline around where losing is the new winning per se,
yeah,
and she's like a testament to what that is.
yeah. I mean, it is incredible, and I I think she was not a great example of first out, come back, do well. Because like I could already tell from her original season, she would have slayed if she would
She
have made
would
it
have.
past. She just was too risky with the talent show.
Well, also
Um,
she was a little cunty, like right out the gate,
yeah, yeah. But
and
I
that
think
kind
I
of
think that I think they would have liked that more, but because that would have given good TV. I just think her talent show sucked, and it was a risk,
yeah.
and it didn't pay off, and she went home. But now we're really getting to see what she can do because she's very talented. So
Mhm.
great pussy,
Yeah, and I had no negative notes. So the next
none.
person we're going to move on to is Bosco and the Goddess. And I'm going to start off with my positives. The costumes are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I thought their choreography was very on brand when they came out, and then she had like the goddess like rise above her and stuff. It was very choreographed and thought out. Um, the goddess neck piece that she had with the goddess girl, that neck piece was fucking sickening, bitch. It looked because it looks almost like when you zoom in, it looks like fabric, but when she was walking on stage, it almost looked like an expensive ass jewelry set. It
Mm,
was fierce. Um, Also, I really liked just the fabric choice and stuff. It was pretty. Negatives, I feel like her walk, the goddess, was a little uncomfortable looking.
mm,
Like she was stiff. She didn't really like embody cunt, like she was saying. And I get it. It's like these are people's first times in drag and stuff, but money, mama, you gotta feel it. You gotta walk like you're on a runway.
yeah.
Stunt that pussy, honey. Um, the other thing that I clocked too was Bosco, the shoulder thing that Bosco had right here, to me just looked a little weird. It almost made her shoulders look like it was like really tense and stiff. And when she
Mm,
was doing the choreography, she was almost like it was I can't even really act it out because I don't have the shoulder thing like her. It just looked a little odd. Um and then um I wish the skirts were just a little bit shorter, especially for the goddess, because like the way that she was walking, it just looked a little matronly looking and
mm-hmm.
less sexy. Which I get. Not everything needs to be sexy, but I think that that would have like elevated this a little
But
bit
this is supposed
more.
to be Bosco's sister, and Bosco is very sexy.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, and Bosco has a high slit, so
Mm,
I don't know. There was a little bit of disconnect here, but it wasn't enough for me to be like, I hate this look. I'm just
yeah.
trying to like clock things because this is All Stars. So with that being said, I think this is a good pussy. It's not terrible. It's not bad. It's good.
So, I saw in comments from our previous review of the last two episodes that were in the last episode of our I Live for This that people thought that I was coming for Bosco. I just want to make this clear. Bitch,
What do you mean?
I live for Bosco. I live for her. I think she's so freaking fierce. Like I just think she's like superior to
What do
drag. Like
people think?
they just think I was too harsh on her. With that being said, I ain't holding nothing back anymore. I don't care. Y'all can hate
Right.
it, okay? Um, they look beautiful. They look beautiful. The makeup looks beautiful. The hair looks beautiful. The costumes look beautiful. But to me, this is not drag family resemblance. The fabric, they look like they're like
Close
rich.
sisters, like or close like cousins or something.
I would say they look like they're going to a ball, but not from the same drag house.
Yeah, I
They're
mean, if
go
you think about it too, the hair ain't even the same.
That's what I'm saying. There's just too many differences. It is beautiful, but it just doesn't like to me. It's not close enough. Like Irene nailed it. Same colors, different, but still similar.
Yeah,
Um, with this, there was not enough similar to me. Like, yes, jewel tones, I guess, embellishments, I guess, and full stop. That was where it was ending. Is it bad? No, they
yeah,
look beautiful. But because I don't get that sister family resemblance, I'm gonna say hit it and quit it.
yeah.
Period.
Next up, we have Aja, and I think her name was Tiva.
Girl, I have no idea.
Aja and
I, I,
Tiva.
I didn't. I didn't write down their drag names.
Yeah, and when she said Tiva, all I could think of was sativa, the weed,
Yeah,
bitch.
the weed, and that's where they probably got it from, honey.
Yeah, so I mean, the names were definitely similar. Like, you can't really think of, you can't say like Aja and then Aja, you know. So for her to have the at the end of the name, it kind of tied it together. Um, but I thought they looked pretty. Um, I do see obviously resemblance. The costumes are literally exact. They're just different colors.
Yeah.
The choreography was decent. When they said fairies and they walked out, I was like, uh, 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 uh. I mean, I don't see fairy. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're a fairy, they should have been more like almost like fly with because they had flowy fabrics on the wrists and stuff. They could have like spread both sides of the stage and then had their fabric flow and then come back and like maybe did a little twirl and did a little ding. You know what I mean, or something like that. It was
Hmm.
just the choreography was a little basic, and I get it. Like the girl probably wasn't the best with like learning stuff, but
Yeah.
that's not rocket science. It's literally like T shaped stage, middle, meet in the middle, circle, bada boom, bada bam. You know what I mean? Um, the name sounded like family. So I mean, those are some. I mean, and Aja obviously, I mean, she looks amazing. Like her makeup, like she has come so far with like knowing like how to apply the makeup for her face shape and her skin type and stuff. Like she's been doing really, really well. It's such an evolution for her, and I'm very
Yep.
proud of her. The negatives here, the choreography was not giving fairy.
Bitch, I thought the whole thing was a negative. You were just naming negatives. Now we're getting into the negatives. Shit, that was the positive, which you had just said, sweetie.
Well, I
Oh my
mean,
gosh,
no, no,
girl,
no,
she is
sorry.
reading the dolls, honey. She's reading the
Okay,
dolls,
I
honey.
went right in from positive to negative and didn't split it. So let me put a little hyphen there. So yeah, you looked gorgeous. Now,
You were like, "Oh, her name is Aja, and I like the other girl's name." But now for the negatives.
you know it's because I'm so like I'm not used to
Being nice.
I guess I mean I get it from you, bitch. The apple don't fall far from the tree,
Hey, you know
bitch.
what? I like the way that you critique. I like a straightforward queen. I like
Yeah,
somebody that has an opinion. This is a review show. We're
yeah.
reviewing our opinions on it, and so you should not be afraid to say what you think.
And I'm not afraid. I just like I'm trying to really focus on uplifting the girls and trying to make sure that like if I give a negative, I give a positive or a reason why or how they can improve it.
You do
You
that
know?
every time. You do that every time. You don't have
Yeah.
to explain yourself. Yep.
But the choreography, like I said, was not giving fairy. Girl, those wings looked cheap as hell, bitch. It looked like she was flying around and someone grabbed a fly swatter and swatted them, bitch, and was like, whoosh, whoosh.
Damn.
Girl, when she turned, there was one wing hanging to the left. I was like, what is this? Why is production allowing that to happen?
Girl, not that they hit RuPaul's
It's
windshield, honey.
girl, it's giving straight producer that doesn't know what they're looking for because like I mean, they're watching the queens. Normally, they're from what I've gathered, they're like, okay, that isn't good. Let's re-roll the tapes. You know what I'm saying? But girl, they had let her walk out with them broken wings, like she hit the windshield and splattered all over the place. The costumes looked cute. Was giving when Michelle said costume, I was like, you're on to something. You're on. I mean, it's not ugly, and it's not like when she said costume, she sounded like she was saying Party City costume. And I'm like, it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? I think it's
Mhm.
just um I wrote like the fabric on the arms made me nervous. Like when they were walking, it was so. It did.
Girl, you are reading her for filth,
I'm
bitch.
not saying it's bad, honestly, because like when I tell you what I thought, I mean, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm just like, this is all stars, bitch. You've been on the show like how many times? You know what you're doing. Even if you don't have the budget, you should have an eye on what to edit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like edit, edit, edit. So for me, if I would have been walking down the runway and noticed that we had our arms out and fabric was in between our feet, I would have been like, cut it off my hand and glue it to my back, you know? And so when we walk, it flows, something like that. And I did not like the boots. I thought the boots made their bodies look shorter and more like, I feel like she would have looked better with a pussy heel.
You
But
you you hate a tall boot, bitch. You said this last critique, honey. You want, and you said this about Aja. You want a pussy heel, bitch. Okay, Aja,
Aja
take the
loves
note.
a 1-2 step
Take the
boot.
note, Aja. Take the note, sweetie.
She does. She loves the thigh high boot, and it's because she's a dancer, and those are
Yeah.
like the best boots to like walk in and dance in. But you're on a runway, so we need a more fashion. We need more like looks, and so learn to edit a little bit. So cut that boot out and put a pussy heel on. Paint them toenails like you said, and this would be a great pussy. But with that being said, I said hit it and quit it. It's not bad, but it's not good.
So I thought this was exact. Like I thought this is exactly what they asked for when they asked for a sister, sibling, family resemblance. The outfits are the same; they're just different colors. The hair is similar, just different colors. Um, Same boots. Um, I agree with you on a lot of the details, like the wings. I thought the wings were cute, but girl, they look like
Cheap.
girl they one was broken, like you said. It was like barely hanging on, bitch. Like somebody
Someone
had
sprayed
stepped
her
on
with
her,
braid,
honey.
bitch.
Yes, bitch. You know, you remember in the labyrinth when the dwarf is like spraying all the little fairies and they
Yeah.
fall to the ground. That's what when you were mentioning that, that's what it made me think of. Um, but I liked this. I liked this. I don't know why. I don't know why I like this more than I like Bosco's. I think maybe just Bosco's was just it was too safe and it didn't correlate. I'm very much like by the book, bitch, by the book, by the book.
Yeah.
And this to me screams sisters. Um,
It definitely did. To me, it was just it's giving almost like amateur kind of.
with the details though, I agree with you. It would be a good pussy, but like with the details of the things that are missing, I'm also gonna say hit it and quit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like if she would have did all that, she would have definitely been a lot further. Next up we have
But I want to say something. During critiques, I love when Aja was like, "Well, I loved it. Did you love it? We loved it."
and she's like, drag is a costume, bitch.
Oh, and that's another thing, girl. I cannot. Michelle saying that like we don't want costume. Girl, what is drag? Drag is a costume.
Right.
Girl, what are you talking about, Michelle?
That's why when
Like
she said it, I was like, okay, you're onto something, but you're pushing it. Because it's
now,
not that
if
crazy
you
looking.
meant it was too cheap, like Party City, you should have said that.
But I don't think
Because
she wanted to say that because she's
no, then you can't use the word costume. It's a drag competition. All of them are costumes.
yeah,
Every
you
one of
need to
these were
just be
costumes.
flat and say, honey,
You
this is
need to
cheap.
be specific because if you meant Party City, like it was cheap, say that. But you didn't say that, so it makes me think you're saying this is too costume. Girl, drag is a costume.
And
So that was
to be honest, we want costume nowadays because
yeah, and
people
that
aren't
was
giving enough.
not a valid reason to, give her any kind of bad feedback. If you want to talk about details, talk about the
Mhm.
wings, talk about the boots if that's what you don't like, talk about the fabric choice, whatever it is, but you can't say because of costume. Because girl,
Right.
like, come on, be consistent here. Anyway, yeah, move on.
We digress. I know that was a
Mhm.
long
And I
segment.
love you, Michelle, but I just, I gotta let you have it sometimes.
And we love you, Aja. You know, you are sickening and you are worthy and you are um you're here.
She don't care about our opinion,
She
honey.
don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, she ain't gonna care what the fuck we say, bitch.
No.
Whatever. Next, we have
Next.
Deja and I wrote her name down. Deja and Sophie Roches. Girl, what is this name? What the fuck is really going on this day? When she
Mm,
said Sophie Roches, I said, this has nothing to do with Deja.
nothing.
Like when I think of Deja, or not, like Deja Sky, she could have been like Deja Vu, something like that. Like it could have been very similar and exact. Like you said, when they do drag family resemblance, you need to like spoon feed them. It needs to be exact. Um, so that was like one of the big things that I clocked right off the bat. Now the positives, they both look amazing. Like you said, Deja can fucking paint the house on boots. She
Yeah.
knows how to transform somebody, and she fucking slayed that. Now
Yeah.
we're gonna sit here and we're gonna get down to the details here. The fabric choice of Deja's costume, the way that it's like
Mm.
embellished,
Mm-hmm.
no, ma'am. I don't like it. I did not like this like heart shaped thing on her
Uh-uh.
chest with the nude fabric. The shoulder pads too with me, like on the nude fabric, just looked a little weird.
Yep.
Um, I feel like if she would have taken like this fabric on the chest area and like draped it to the right side of her hip, that way that fabric that goes asymmetrically to the other side of her hip, it probably would have like made it look better to the eye.
Mm.
But I still don't like these costumes for drag family resemblance. I think that like we're on All Stars, we want drag, like big drag. Like we want to know why you're an all-star, especially
Mm-hmm.
on the runway. And this is giving like performance number. Like I feel like I would see this her doing a show, somewhere
Absolutely.
on her gigs.
Mm-hmm.
And girl, what were the feathers on her arms?
Girl.
What the fuck? Like what is it? It looked like they plucked a chicken and they put just random pieces on her arm. Love you, Deja, but girl, come on now. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Cluck, cluck, bitch.
that part. um, the thing too, when I was looking at the still shot of Deja's makeup, that bitch can paint. But the one thing that I want to see Deja do is contour right here.
Mm.
I want a little bit of darkness here to see like more of like the shape of her face, because like when people don't put that much contour here, like even me, like I have like extra
It
skin
just
here,
blends. Yeah, it just blends to the neck.
it
Yeah.
really makes your neck look like it's like different from drag, because when you do drag makeup, your makeup tends, the reason why we contour so much is because if we didn't put enough contour, when the spotlight hits your face, it makes you look flat. And
Yeah.
so with that being said, when you don't contour here and a spotlight hits it, it looks like you don't have a jaw. It looks like it's
And I
just,
feel like she usually does.
yeah.
Maybe she just didn't have enough, or maybe that spotlight just really washed her out. I
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe. But I just feel like if she just contoured a little bit more on her jaw, I think it would really make her face pop.
Yeah.
Um, but they both look like, when we really dissect this, they look like they're drag family for me. Like they're in the same costume, like silhouettes, but
Mm.
they're, to me, they just don't look elevated. They don't look elevated. There's nothing really else I can say. They're very generic. It's not creative,
So what
and
do you give this, bitch?
it don't give me a story. So for me, this was, I mean, I want to say bad pussy, but
Girl, then say it if that's what you think, honey. Don't just be
I
like,
was gonna say
oh.
hit it and quit it, just because, like, I mean, it's not terrible. Like, it's not like some looks that we've seen on Drag Race where we're like, girl, go home now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say bad pussy, just because it's not good. It's not creative.
I think that I say this every week. I think that Deja's makeup is always perfection. Um, hold on, let me find this.
The way you're thinking, it literally looked like you're like, I'm trying to sit here and think of
No, no, no,
positive.
no. I had like clicked on something on accident and it took me off a page. Her makeup is always perfection. Like she's definitely the best makeup artist in this bracket. Um, like the hair, I actually really like her makeover partner's outfit. Like the yellow, the design of it
Yeah, hers
looks,
definitely was better than Deja's.
yeah, it looks more elevated. Deja's, I just don't like at all. You're saying they look like drag sisters. I don't see that at all because, like, the colors are so different.
Mhm.
Her partner's is monochromatic and then hers is nude and pink. It's not, it'd be one thing if they were monochromatic and then one and they swapped hair colors to match each other's. That I could buy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that. And also, like you said, these no tea. These look like she bought them on from Santiali or
Mhm.
from AliExpress. Um, I've seen bodysuits like this.
Yeah.
I didn't like this. I did like their performance. I did like the rap. I think Deja is
We're not
hilarious.
talking about the rap right now.
I thought we were combining everything.
Oh, I mean, I haven't even covered the performance.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. We'll get back to that. Um, but I think she's a very funny person. So I like seeing her on my TV, but this challenge, I just didn't like her look.
Yeah.
So I don't see drag family resemblance sisters. So I'm gonna say bad pussy.
Yeah. I mean, we both said bad, honey.
Yeah,
Um, is that the last one? Oh, we have Phoenix.
yeah,
Next, we have Phoenix and Heron, which I thought was an interesting name because isn't Heron like a bird?
yes.
Yeah. So I mean, it's similar with the drag name. I just feel like Phoenix and Heron. Heron is it reminds me of a Florida bird.
It should have been like Phoenix and Raven or
Yeah.
some other like fierce name
Like
of
a
a bird.
legendary bird or something.
Yeah,
But yeah, definitely saw the family resemblance. She was literally exact when she walked out. I like that she played a little story with her season 3 entrance where she's like prison honey with India Farah. I
yeah.
thought it's definitely creating a moment. It's creating a GIF, a meme. Um, it was good. I think
A
that
GIF. I thought it was GIF.
a GIF, whatever. Girl, when you
I
say
thought
GIF, it sounds like gift.
Jif. Sounds like that peanut butter brand, bitch. Choosy moms choose Jif.
Yes, honey. For me, like I love Phoenix, but to me, this is just not. It's not. It's not creative. I mean, it's creative when it comes to like Phoenix's storyline, but when you really think about it, it's just literally like a prison suit and then some black latex like bodysuit and a dress. So it's kind of basic, but I mean everything was pretty on point. Like you can't clock it. So for me, I'm just gonna say good pussy because it wasn't bad.
Yeah. I think this is an exact match. I like the concept of her using the entrance theme. I wish she would have done a more exaggerated version of that short pussycat wig with the blonde in it flip that she was showing, and it just be like an elevated version of that instead of this curly thing. Although I did like the curly thing too. I
Yeah,
just wish it would have just made it look more like what she was trying to do. Um, but you cannot look at these and not say this is family resemblance. It
right.
is exact. I do wish the garments were more elevated.
Hmm.
Um, so for that reason, because I don't feel like they're elevated, I'm gonna say hit it and quit it. But I do love the concept, and I think she did pretty good for sure.
Fierce. Next up, we have Olivia Lux and Octavia Lux. And girl, I loved this. I thought it was
Same.
so pretty. It was they fed it to us with a spoon. I loved their
Mhm.
froze, how they were asymmetrical. Um, there was so many details in this look, like down from the headphones to the little like thing that they were. I think it was a purse.
Yeah.
Um, the instruments on their bodies, like this was just good, and the choreography was good. You could tell that the girl that was with her was loving the story that they were doing together. She had rhythm. Um, this was good. When I wrote this down, I couldn't clock anything. I said good
Yeah.
pussy.
Yeah, I loved this. This was one of my favorite ones. I This is an example of having similar hairstyles but different colors, having similar outfits but like slightly different, but you can see them together. They are sisters. This
Yeah,
is it. This is exactly that. Um, I loved it. Great pussy.
you better work, bitch. I think that concludes all the looks for
Hmm.
family resemblance.
Who's your
Now,
favorite and who's your least favorite?
yeah, who's your mine is my favorite was Irene and then second was Olivia.
Same,
Fierce.
same.
Who was your least favorite?
Deja.
Mine too, bitch.
And it's not because they look bad. They don't look bad. It's just I don't get at all any family resemblance. I don't think the outfits correlate enough.
Yeah.
I don't think the hair correlates enough. I just no. Yeah.
Yep. So that concludes all the looks. And then now we're going to move over to the world debut of Shoot Your Shot. So the queens had to write verses and then they had to perform with their partner in a group performance. So um, let's start off with Deja. What did you think?
I thought this was cute. Um, it was a little lacking with energy. Again, this is like something that I've seen in this bracket. A lot of the girls show lack of energy.
Yeah.
But it was cute.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there was just kind of like straight to the point. Like she didn't really do anything like crazy. The lyrics weren't super like, oh my God, that was creative. So for me, it was kind of like, eh.
Yeah, I did like it though. But yeah,
Yeah. Next we have sorry, I wrote so many damn notes. Okay, Irene the alien and Estelle the alien. What did you think of that one?
I think they turned it. Like this was fierce to me. The way that Irene did the handstand and the girl like pulled her legs apart and did like the facial expressions. It they were both in it. They both committed the song. All of it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like, especially when she did that little handstand and the girl caught her. I mean, that takes a lot, especially if that girl ain't ever done that.
Yeah.
It was fierce.
Yep. Mhm.
Next up, we have Bosco and the Goddess. And what you think of that one?
I thought their lyrics were a standout, like so good. Um, I also think that I like their choreography. They were really on point at certain points with like the way that they leaned and certain things. This was good to me. Yeah.
I just thought the way she like moved Bosco because of the neck piece, it made her look stiff, you know?
I mean, I took that into consideration because that was just the style of her garment.
Yeah.
Um, but overall, I still think that they overall for me, I thought it was good.
Yeah, same. Next, we have Olivia Lux and Octavia Lux. And I thought this one was one of my favorites.
Girl, fully turned it out.
Yeah,
Turned
you
it
can
out.
tell
Turned it
that
out. Yeah.
Olivia is like she's like an artist. She's a musician. She loves music. You can
Yeah.
tell that Octavia also like has rhythm. She knows what she's doing. Um, I want to see Octavia in more drag because that bitch was sickening.
Yeah. She was fierce.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Next up, we have Aja and Tiva, and Aja's verse to me was the one that stood out the most.
Of course.
Yeah, I thought it was I think the rapping was fierce. I liked her performance. Um, yeah, like she said something about, I think it was like, I'm something about the MVQ or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
It was fierce. Like
Yeah.
it stood out to me.
It was great. This was also another one that turned it. One of the better of the group performances for sure.
So who was your favorite?
And then we have Phoenix.
Oh, Phoenix. Phoenix was good. For me, I just felt like it's the same as the Rock performance. It was just a little lackluster. Like she didn't give a lot of energy.
Lack of energy. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was my complaint as well. But I loved that she included the prison honey thing. You know, when you have taglines and you have gimmicks and you have memorable things on the show that's like kind of like your brand, Drag Race loves for you to do callbacks to that. And I love that she did that.
yeah, me too.
But I did think there was a lack of energy for sure.
Yeah. So I think that concludes all the Queen's performances. Which one was your favorite?
Before we do that, I just want to do a thing with it. This group number was all over the place and messy to me.
It
I
was.
did not enjoy this. I don't know why some of the basketball makeovers were lip syncing and some of them weren't. It was like really odd
Yeah.
looking. And then some of the girls, even some of the professional drag queens, were not. You could tell clips of them not doing choreography. It just looked really messy. This
Yeah,
one
but you
was
could tell
not
that
a
they
good
were
group.
cutting to like close-ups to try
Yeah,
to
to try to,
hide.
yeah.
Mhm.
It just wasn't overall, like, in little segments of their own little things, they did pretty good, but in the group part, this was messy and all over the place, and I did not like it. With that being said, my favorite performance was Olivia
Yeah.
overall.
Um, I'm judging based off of like I guess lyrics, just because I'm listening to the music and stuff and how they wrote it, and performance. I liked Aja's.
Yeah, she was my second.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who was your least?
it was Phoenix just because there was a very large gap of energy there.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So that concludes the runways and the performance. Now let's move on to the next part.
Okay. Well, with that being said, now that we've seen the performance and we've seen the makeovers, who is your top two?
My top queens of the week was Irene and Olivia.
Same. That's exactly
I'm
who I thought.
judging based off of like both challenges, how they handled themselves, and I seriously thought that Olivia was there.
Yeah, I agree. We find out that the actual top two is Irene and Bosco. I'm not mad that Bosco made the top two. I just didn't think she was as consistent as Olivia.
Yeah.
I actually probably would have put Aja above Bosco. Bosco would have been probably fourth in line for
Yeah,
me.
for me, I did not see her up there like that. When they said that, I was like, no tea, but like you were not up there today, sweetie.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. She did fine, but like there were just other girls that were elevated more.
Yeah.
Um, uh,
The
I
actual
think
queens are
though,
Bosco and Irene, and then they lip sync to Pocketbook by Jennifer Hudson.
yeah. Before we get into the lip sync, I think the reason why they chose Bosco for this is because of storyline. It just made more storyline sense that the three that are in the alliance are not in the top. So then we have to see how that's going to play out.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
this whole storyline didn't involve Bosco. So, like, girl, just put her up in the top so that way we can get that out of the way and then we can focus on the storyline finishing out. And that's the thing with, like, reality TV is that sometimes things don't make sense in one aspect, but it does make sense for the overall picture of the story that they're trying to show.
Yeah.
And it's not really even that they're trying to show, they're trying to allow. The Melanin Alliance storyline to play out
Yeah,
because
for sure.
it was the build up, but there was no payoff. And had Olivia made it to the top, there would have been no payout for that storyline.
Alliance, yeah.
All three episodes. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So for TV purposes, it totally makes sense. And I'm not mad that Bosco was in the top two. She did great.
Yeah,
Um,
she's a phenomenal queen. Like her drag
yeah.
is just next level.
Yeah. So they have to lip sync, like you said, to Pocketbook, which I thought was an odd choice of
It's
a
so
song.
interesting. It's giving like old school MTV.
Yeah, I don't even remember that song, to
I
be
don't either,
honest.
bitch.
Girl, like, where did they pull this one out?
Out of
Anyway,
their pocketbook.
girl, out of their pocketbook. Yes, queen, yes. Come on, Clutch. We find out that Irene wins the lip sync, which I was so proud of her. I don't, it looked like either Bosco just was like throwing the lip sync to let Irene win. I mean, Irene turned it.
I don't
So I
think
think she could. I think she
girl.
could have won the lip sync regardless. But I felt like Bosco did nothing.
Girl, I don't agree.
I thought Bosco was giving
I
nothing in
don't
this lip
agree.
sync.
Mm-mm.
Out of the last episode where she completely turned it out,
No, ma'am. So for me, I thought Bosco was giving like the way that her
she
whole
was
look.
giving nothing.
Honey, no, ma'am. No,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Like
Yes,
she
ma'am.
don't have to do anything because that mug and that look
No, no.
is sickening.
A look, yes, you are right. But a look cannot save you, honey. A
I don't know.
look,
Like to me,
no,
she's giving like you
if
stand
you,
there and she's just like,
no, no, no. Bosco, okay, look, Bosco is a performer. She's not, to me, from what I've seen, she's not one of those girls that can stand there and captivate. She's not one of
mm.
those girls.
I mean, I was living.
I'm saying my taste.
Yeah.
Now, Bosco, when she does her moves and her reveals and her leg lifts and splits and things, she's a performer. Like she's a great performer. But to Park and Bark, she's not that girl.
Yeah.
There's girls that have mastered that, and I just don't think she's that girl.
For me, I just feel like Irene.
And that's nothing against her. Like she's a great performer.
Yeah.
And that's not me coming for her. Every
Yeah.
girl has a different talent.
And a different taste.
Yes, exactly. But I thought that Irene turned it.
No, and I love Irene's drag, and I like how she performs. I mean, Irene reminds me a lot of me with my performance value and stuff. But
Mhm.
I think just for like the song and like what the song was like conveying and portraying, I just felt like I could see Bosco lip syncing the song with the pocketbook, just being like,
Yeah, in a show,
yeah,
not for a lip sync for the win.
I don't know. But anyway, so we come down to the lip sync. It finishes. And we finally realized and we find out that Irene wins the lip sync.
Yes.
And do you agree on that?
Um, I do.
I
I do
know,
think
obviously. I asked you
yes.
to be funny.
I do think she won the lip sync for sure. Yeah.
Okay, work. So then what happens after that?
The rest of the girls must come forward to give away their points on the main stage. They don't get to deliberate again. They don't, it is what it is at this point. We find out that Aja gives hers to Deja. Deja gives hers to Olivia. Olivia gives hers to Aja. And girl, again, Phoenix is shit out of luck. So one thing about Phoenix that I can respect is she is a professional and like she doesn't let any of this get to her. And she's like, you know what? Whatever. My job is to give out my point.
Yeah.
So she obviously has realized she's not moving on. But she does have the power to catapult one of them to the next round.
Yep.
And she gives her point to Aja. Now, that means that Irene, Bosco, and Aja move on to the semifinals. Do you agree?
Yes, I do. Because I think that Bosco is very well rounded. She's very good. And Irene is just, girl, from the first episode to now, you just knew she was going to win this whole 3-part episode.
Yeah. I think that these three are 1000% the right three to move forward. Although I do think Olivia was robbed of this episode.
I do too.
I still think overall, Bosco has proved herself more all 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And to me, again, I'm going to always say this, consistency throughout a competition matters more to me than one moment.
Right.
And then Aja, same thing. She's proven herself more. And then obviously Irene has dominated. So those are the 3 that 1000% deserve to move on to the next round.
And Aja too, she's just a well-rounded performer. That bitch can perform, she can sing, she can dance. She knows how to like walk down a runway and serve it. I just feel like that's the one thing that for me, for Aja, is kind of getting in her way right now is she needs to learn to start like critiquing herself and having an eye to like fix things.
Yeah. Well, Rue announced that all is not lost for the other 3 girls, and they still have a chance to re-enter the competition. Plot twist. The judges will pick one queen to move on to a lottery format from each bracket, and whoever is randomly selected gets to come back to the competition and will get the chance to lip sync for the final lip sync for the crown. I'm interested to see how this works, and from my understanding, they're lip syncing for the crown, which means they bypass the whole last segment of the semifinals.
Yeah.
And they just go directly to
I know.
the crown. But with a setup like this, making it to the semifinals does not necessarily mean that you were the best. Like if you have an alliance and they give you all the points, you can make it to the semifinals just by people giving you points. So it's not necessarily who did the best that makes the semifinals. Although more than likely it is. But
I think also at the end of the day, they're all stars. They got casted because they're great at what they do.
Yes.
And whoever gets to go to the ending, we know that they're going to at least deliver with something.
Yeah, and all three of these girls are phenomenal, and they all have different talents and things that they're great at, and things that they would contribute to the winner circle. So I am excited to see what happens with this and with the next two brackets. That has been our episode today. Before we go, don't forget our giveaway, $500 US cash. We will be doing that through Cash App, Venmo,
Or
uh,
PayPal if you live out of the country.
yeah, PayPal if you're out of the country. And don't forget, subscribe, like, and comment. If you're already subscribed, you're already entered. You just have to like and comment. Then, if you want extra content, that the entrance reviews, that's behind the scenes tea, that's
Fan questions. We're going to be talking
fan
about video
questions,
games, all the good
so much
things.
more. Untucked. Like, we haven't done anything on Untucked yet because there's not been anything fun. But if there is in the next two brackets, we will include that on Patreon. So go check that out under Trinity the Tuck. It's only $5, and that helps us pay for our editors. So thank you so much, and go follow Chantel at Chantel Sparkles, her hair page at Glitterbomb Wigs, me on TikTok under Trinity the Tuck, and until next time.